Hello everyone, Dinesh here. Now today I want to talk about my breakup story. So although that was a breakup, the relationship continued for a while. After that breakup, complicated phase, and we are back on track again. But even before I start the story, I'm sure what you're thinking about. Dinesh, in the title you have mentioned my honest breakup story with finance. You don't mean finance, you mean fiance, right? भाई आया है बता के जाएगा. Now, this breakup happened because of reading a book, which is The Death of Money. Now, in 2018, June, I was reading this book, The Death of Money. The book beautifully explains the Twin Tower incident and the entire game behind that. Now, what you and I know majorly is that planes crashed into the World Trade Center. Well, the game was bigger than that. Terrorists planned something much more complex. Apart from the fact that the planes were hijacked and they crashed into the Twin Towers, there was a back end story which was running into the financial world. Because the terrorists already knew that something like this was going to happen, they already shorted the stocks of these airlines. They also bought put options of these airlines. Now, what does put options or shorting a stock means? Well, in simple language, generally, whenever you purchase a stock or an asset, a real estate, let's say, you are betting on the fact that it will increase in price in future. You buy a flat for 50 lakhs, you expect that after 10 years it will be 1 CR. But in the world of stocks and futures and options, you can say, I expect that XYZ stock will reduce in the future because of whatever reasons you think of, and that way you can bet on it, and someone else bets that no, it will increase, so you both have an opposite bet. That is known as shorting a stock. Basically, you are selling the stock now and you will buy in future. I hope this simplifies. So that's what they did. They betted on the fact that the stocks will fall. And obviously the airline stocks are going to fall. So they were going to make somewhere between billions of dollars. Unfortunately, the US regulator, which is the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, caught the malpractice. They found an anomaly in the trading practices. Why would someone just before, just one day before the airline crash, short so many stocks of the airline? Only if they knew. Therefore, they cancelled all of these options. And that way, these terrorists could not get the funding. Consequently, a lot of bad things which were going to happen stop. Think of this, terrorists getting access to billions and billions of US dollars. What could have happened? No idea, right? Therefore, this is what led to breakup. But breakup with whom? Well, breakup with finance. Since the age of 12 or 13 years, I was always fascinated by finance. I started reading about the stock market. I started reading about how insurance works and everything. At the age of 18, I even took up the role of a mutual fund distributor. At my 18th birthday, instead of cutting a cake, I went up and registered with Amphi to become a mutual fund salesman. That's what my love for finance was. Why? Because finance to me is a weapon for alleviation of poverty, for alleviation of weakness. Think of this, someone sitting in a poor village in Africa or even Pakistan who has who wants to go up, who wants to do something in life, they can get basic education because of the government. But if you want to, let's say, go to college or you want to start a small business, you need access to finance, isn't it? Without finance, you cannot move up in your life. And that's why finance to me was a very noble job. Therefore, I studied finance in depth, in detail, because I myself had seen a lot of financial problems. But after reading this book, suddenly it shattered me within. Because after delving deeper into finance, especially in the US finance, I see why is finance being used? For instance, this Twin Tower thing, 2008 financial crisis. Why was it? It was because of the financial greed, the greed of finance people sitting at the top of these big banks. What is the entire financial system looking like today? We are growing into student loan and credit card debt. Why? Because the entire economy is becoming consumption oriented. Therefore, finance is getting people into trouble rather than pulling them out of trouble. most people in US are in student loans. They are into credit card debts. So that means you're putting people into trouble, isn't it? And that's precisely why I stopped studying finance. In fact, I planned to do an MBA in finance, but then I stopped those plans and instead I did my MBA in marketing. But that couldn't be for a long time. After working with a tire company as a salesman and after doing various other jobs, I got back into finance. And as I look back, I find that decision of breakup with finance was very amateurish, because anything in life, any resource per se, be it marketing, finance, be it anything, can be used for construction or destructive purposes. It is on the person who is using it to decide what to use it for. Therefore, I am back with finance. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.